guys, it's June 15th, 2021, and we are out in Idaho chasing big old black bears. We flew in, kind of last minute deal. We both have pretty tight work schedules. Got a few baits out. It's hot, 90s, but our first hunt was completely action-packed. We saw 3 or 4 different bears, and he ended up punching his tag on...
Within the first 4 hours.
Within the first 4 hours on just a stud of an Idaho bear. You know, we got conflicting reports on how big it was, but it was big enough, and you'll see that here in the footage.
We are taking our first footage in Idaho. We've been scrambling, to say the least. Getting bait tags, getting bait. It's really hot, like 90s. We came in, freshened up this bait, and it's pretty warm up here still, but the bait site's about 150 yards away. We brought bows and rifles, but this spot's set up just for the rifle. We had a couple baits we put out last night. One of them had a bear on it in the dark, and the other one had a lot of elk. I kicked up some elk and elk calves, so we got plenty of options. We're I don't know, probably 50 miles from the other 2 bait sites, so we're gonna stay here, camp on this spot a couple days, and see what happens with our other sites. So.
Less than 30 minutes into the first hunt, we laid our eyes on the first bear of the trip. While promising, we weren't offered a shot opportunity on this particular bear. As it drew closer to dark, a juvenile bear made several appearances at the bait site. We could tell by his demeanor that he was not the only bear around, and we soon found out why he was acting so nervous.
That's a shooter, kill him. If you let him come some more. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Right there. That sucker had some shoulders. Is he still down? Yeah. He's kicking out somewhere. Oh my God. Holy shit. I didn't even know I was shooting him. I was just like, well, dude, he's just standing there so perfect. Boom! He just didn't even move. Well, I just laid the hammer down on a big bear out here in Idaho. The footage was pretty good. It got cut off a little bit, but you can see him drop. Shot it right in the chest. About 150 yard shot on the bait. Pretty stoked. We're gonna go get this bear. So, good deal. We got her done first day. Hour 5.
That's a big bear. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Get down there and move around.
Oh my God.
That's the color I wanted.
Yeah.
How is that possible? Dude, that thing's giant. Look at that sucker. That's an old bear. Huge. Let's go.
He came in. I think
Look at that shit. Look at this thing. Look at that.
Yep, this is the one from earlier. He's got that star patch.
Idaho, man.
Couple hours of butchering. Leaves us with one big bear and a whole lot of meat. Gonna get her loaded in the pack. Head on down the mountain. Probably, I don't know, what is it? Half hour, 45-minute walk?
Alright guys, so as many of you know, we had quite an exciting hunt out in Idaho. It was action-packed, it was eventful, it was thrilling, all in one hunt. There's probably never going to be another hunt like this for us.
Hopefully.
Hopefully not. So basically, long story short, I get to Idaho, I tag out within the first 4 hours of my hunt. Things are going great. We take a day off, we have a chill day, we actually eat some bear that I had killed. It was awesome, everything was going great. And then we had an unfortunate accident on the mountain. We were waiting at a bait site. He was trying to fill his tag and his bow was knocked and we were sitting on a log. And I went up the mountain to try to get something out of the pack. And as I swung my leg up over this log, the broadhead caught my kneecap and drove into my leg about 7 inches. So, you know, as you can imagine, an 1.5 inch broadhead getting shoved into your leg 7 inches, you know, could be life or death situation. And luckily, it went to the outside of my leg, so I was thankful for that. I didn't hit any major arteries. We got off the mountain. We had to wrap a tourniquet around it. We had a mile walk back to the truck. And so you have all these emotions going through you, like what's gonna happen, you know, all those things. It's kind of tough. But we got off the mountain, and then when we got to a spot where the helicopter could land, fortunately, and then I got flown into Boise to the hospital there. And then another long story short, spent 3 days in the hospital, had a 2.5 hour surgery where they repaired all that stuff. I got stitched up twice and it was just a mess. But trying to condense this story for you guys, not to bore you, but just try to give you an idea of how crazy and epic this Idaho hunt was in a very condensed version. So
And we didn't, I don't know, focus on filming while he was bleeding out on the mountain.
Right. So we didn't film much of that, but
got some snapshots.
Luckily he was still able to punch a tag, and he would just go up and hunt and then come back at night and we'd hang out in the hospital. It was super fun, you know. So
Yeah. Well, I asked him, I said, you want me to stay for this surgery or you want me to go hunt a bear? And he's like, go hunt the bear. So
yeah, man, no
That's what
reason
I
to
did.
stop. So he went up and he hunted, I think, one day.
was it one day? Yeah.
Didn't kill, and then went back up and killed the next day.
Yep.
So, and another thing to put it in perspective, it's 100 degrees at high noon out here, and it gets really hot out there in Idaho. So it's tough hunting, but usually we have that hour before dark that's just really good. But the only problem with that is that hour before dark, when you tag out, you're going to be out there till 3 a.m. packing the bear off the mountain. So it was just eventful. It was a lot of learning opportunities for us. We will always know our coordinates. We'll probably always try to make sure we have some form of communication to where we're at.
And stuff happens faster than you might think.
Right. So follow along.
Yep.
We're going to show his video now. It's sweet. He killed a sweet jet black. It was a boar, right? Yes, a sweet jet black boar. Follow along with him. It's awesome footage. He actually killed it on the same bait site that I killed mine on.
Probably a couple yards away. So.
All right, I'm back in here in the blind. It's Thursday. Arnold killed his bear in here Monday. Huge boar. We didn't hunt Tuesday, Wednesday. We hunted for all of 15 minutes, and long story short, my bow was laying on a log, just sitting there, you know, with an arrow knocked, and he came up to get some water out of the pack and buried that broadhead in his thigh, and we got a medevac, had a tourniquet on it. He's lucky to be alive. He just got out of surgery, and that's the very condensed version of that story. So he's doing good, I think, and I'm gonna see if I can kill something. I'm not gonna be too picky. This has been an absolutely insane trip so far, in good ways, in bad ways, and crazy ways. So don't really know what to think. I slept a couple hours last night, and that's about it. A lot of energy drinks, a lot of water. So I'm still kicking, and he's still kicking, so we're good.
As a hunter, many things are considered before taking an animal. Legality, for starters, the location of the hunt, the ethics of the shot, the size of the animal, and the method of take. For example, a sow with cubs is always off limits, and a 140-inch whitetail with my bow would mean a heck of a lot more to me than a 160-inch whitetail with my gun. At face value, this may seem somewhat simple, like a checklist of sorts, but when an animal appears during a hunt, the seemingly simple task can become rushed and panicked. When this black bear appeared, the situation was no different. Luckily, trail cam intel from the past week gave me a better idea of what exactly I was looking at. And fortunately for me, by the time he gave me a shot opportunity, I was able to come to the decision to take this particular bear. In my head, I had it all planned out. I would make a sort of calf elk bleat with my mouth to stop this bear for a shot. For whatever reason that I can't explain, what left my mouth was instead a bark that I had used 1,000,000 times to stop running coyotes back home.
Woo!
You know, I came out here and I wasn't going to shoot any bear except for a bear with my bow, and my bear bow. Things don't always work out the way you're expecting. We had that ordeal with Ethan Arnold. He killed that giant actually in this exact same spot, and it died within 4 yards of where he killed his. And I realized if I was going to kill a bear, it was probably going to be with a rifle this go around. A lot of last minute planning, not a ton of scouting, but I'm super pleased. This bear's got some nice mitts on him for being as not filled out in the body as he is, but bigger rump, nice head on him, but a little star patch underneath. Pretty sweet. So I'm fired up, and now I got a long night ahead of me.
It's a crazy story. We really condensed it for this video, but we hope that we kind of explained it in the best way possible, and hopefully people can stop asking me if Kelderman shot me in the leg. So.
Well, yeah, and I hope some of the pictures and videos weren't too graphic, but I think anybody watching a hunting show can probably handle it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for more action coming in the future.